Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Clients First, your San Diego online networking group now. So my name is Vinny, but let's go around and introduce each other. Christine?
Christine Walker with Legal Shield. We have legal services and identity theft protection.
Karen?
I'm Karen, and I'm with Rodan & Field Skincare.
Perfect. And then Ron, right?
Hey, Ron Baldwin and Edward Aminov, and we're with Relay Play, and we're building curated weekend experiences for people who just need a little help knowing what to do over the weekend.
Perfect. And you guys are actually going to kind of give us a little more insight today about your business. Actually, before we get into you guys, by the name, Vinny, residential real estate, help people buy and sell residential property in San Diego County. Let's go around real fast, and we'll get into Ron and Edward about their product, but your ideal referral, like who you're looking for, all that kind of stuff. So Christine, you want to go first?
Sure. Ideal referral is any business owner who's looking to just see what their rights are currently in the situation, if it has to deal with their lease on their current location, or if they have questions about employees. So any kind of business questions where they just need expert advice and they want to just pick up the phone and talk to an attorney without having to worry about the monthly payments. Without having to worry about the hourly rates.
What about you, Karen?
My ideal client is actually anyone with skin. So any human being with skin.
Easy.
I can address 95% of all skincare concerns that you would see a dermatologist for. So I actually specialize in 2 different types. Anti-aging and acne are my specialties and favorites. So that's what I do.
Perfect. What about you, Edward and Ron?
Well, we would say businesses. So businesses that put on different events. And right now, of course, there are a lot of events that are virtual, but if there are any events that are happening, whether drive-in events as well, and you want to get them on our platform, I think it would be perfect to talk with us so that we can make sure that we get those on the platform so we can pass those along to different people who might not be aware of them.
Mine's someone that basically maybe wants to move up above 700,000, move out of San Diego, owns a property under 700,000. We basically have double the amount of properties, close to double the amount of the properties under 700,000 in contract under escrow than we do have active on the market right now. So for that market right there, pretty wild. So let's just jump in. You want to share your screen, Ron and Edward?
Sure. Okay, can you see that okay?
Yes, we can.
All right. So this is Relay Play. So I think that the best way to kind of describe it is to really show you how it works. So I wanted to take you through a demo that we had put together just so everyone can see what Relay Play is. When we talk about where we're building these curated weekly experiences for people, just making it poignant and kind of showing how that works is going to be what we're going to do today. And I think as we talk about the current environment that we're in, this pandemic, it's changing a lot of things for events. When we initially built this, we built it around the fact that everybody doesn't really have time for planning what they want to do for the weekend. And while I still think that that's very much the case where it's difficult to plan, it's changed quite a bit with the pandemic, where we're in a situation now where people are looking to plan their weekend, but they don't know what's open. There's a lot of misinformation, or they're thinking that everything is closed. And so it's trying to, as we're changing, is trying to make it back into a place where people have more information about what it is that they can do, whether that's virtual experiences or that's some of the drive-in experiences that are being created, just figuring out all the different things that are happening around town. And so I'll kind of take you through the demo of how it would work here. The first step that someone would do is they would create their profile, and I'll show you what that profile is shortly, where you basically share your interests. You talk about what your budget is, what your availability is, and then any special requests that you have, so that we can make sure that we're recommending right experiences for you every week. And then every single week on Tuesday, you would get those experiences right to your inbox, as well as a note from our experts. And these experts they've been in San Diego for a number of years. They really have their head to the ground. They're reading a lot, going and experiencing a lot. And so they'll give you these suggestions to help you enhance your weekend. Oops, looks like I zoomed in there. Edward, if you could fix that.
Yeah, way too much. There you go.
Okay. And then the third part is just being able to choose your fun. So now that you have a more curated list of things for you to do that weekend, you can spend a lot less time trying to figure out what you want to do. And we always joke here at this last part is you can spend more time on who you want to hang out with, or even your outfit. For some people, I know that that's a pretty big concern, making sure you got something to wear for whatever it is that you go to. Although nowadays it's probably not as much of an issue where a lot of these events are online. But it just really depends on what types of experiences that you want to do. And so I'll show you here that when you actually get into it, and it doesn't matter that this is a little bit small on the screen, it's just really to kind of give the idea of what you would see here. You have a list of the various things that we would ask people to fill in. And they can fill in as much detail or as little detail, maybe if they're open to just all experiences, but it's just trying to get a sense of who that person is, what their interests are, what their personality is like, then some of the different subcategories of interest, just whether it be dining options or any of the adventure options, some different drinking options, just so we can curate a better list for them, as well as some of the different preferences that they have and their general availability throughout the week. And this is something that they can always modify as their preferences and interests, as their schedule changes, to make sure that we continue to update it and provide them with events that they're going to be interested in. And so then we have different experts within San Diego that will help put that together, that will help curate those experiences for that particular individual. And so one of the cool things that we're also providing is this weekly request, because every single week, it's not always the same thing that I'm looking to do, that Edward's looking to do, that everybody wants a little bit of variety. And so we put this in here where you have the opportunity to be able to interact with us, and you can put in something that you're looking for that individual week. So say perhaps you have a date weekend with your girlfriend and you're looking for some different recommendations. We wanted to make it where it was a little bit dynamic so you could interact with us. So you could send over that weekly request, and then after that, like I mentioned, every single week you get that list of experiences with a note of how to navigate the weekend. And so for this particular example, you can see here we put in a description of kind of how to navigate that weekend. It's talking about catching an outdoor cinema at a particular location in Liberty Station, talking about how it's going to be pretty hot that weekend, and giving some extra recommendations on how to bring it all together and what to kind of focus on. And I think that this is really helpful just because when I go into the weekend, just having someone sort of limit down the options based on what I like, as well as getting rid of all of the noise, is really important, because there's so many different things that you see on a lot of different websites. It's just event after event, and a lot of them I'm not going to even be interested in. So creating this more curated list is really helpful, as well as a note to say, hey, this is why I think that you're going to like these experiences. And so I'll show you some of the different experiences. One in particular is this outdoor cinema that I've been talking about. So you can see the experience there, and you can actually get a little understanding more, kind of click into it and see a little bit more of what it is and how it works and when it's happening, as well as go to the website itself and do a little bit more research. And then after that, you have an opportunity to be able to rate it, just so we continue to update and provide you every single week with better and better experiences that continue to get better over time. And so here you can rate it 5 stars, say, for example, that you loved it. You can share it with your friends. You can purchase tickets, or you can add it to your calendar. And you can do that for every single one of the events. But you don't have to. If you don't want to rate them, you don't necessarily have to rate them, but it's just very helpful for you and for us to continue to provide you, as well as your experience coordinator, to provide you with better and better experiences every single week. And then one of the cool things overall, you can say, well, how did you do? How did that experience coordinator do? And this is really helpful for them. It's just a very basic thumbs up, thumbs down, where you can even insert some different comments. And of course, for this particular example, they loved the experiences, and you can send that on. And so then the next week, you have the opportunity to send in another weekly request to say what it is particularly that you're looking to do. So maybe for this example, your mom and dad are coming into town and they really love Mediterranean food and all things wine. And you know, right now is probably figuring out where's the outdoor dining option that I can go and maybe sit down. How long is the wait going to be? Because Right now, Edward and I, we just tried to go to Snooze over the weekend and took 2 hours if we were to wait there, but we ended up getting takeout and sat in a little area that was right next to it, which was a much better way of doing things instead of waiting that long. So just having those extra little details are going to be really helpful to navigate the environment that we're currently in. And so that is Relay Play. And like I said, I think the demo is the best way to kind of explain that. And I'd love it to open up to you all for some different questions.
Perfect.
As far as the like the clients, what is kind of like your referral client?
Meaning on the business side or for someone who wants to sign up for our service?
Yeah, someone that wants to service.
Yeah, someone who wants to service. Yeah, so we our ideal referral client is somebody who is working a good amount, doesn't really have the time to do a lot of planning, just because right now, that, as I was mentioning, that it's really difficult to understand, well, how long is the wait going to be at these particular restaurants, or what restaurants are even open right now, what restaurants might be providing outdoor dining services, because I know that there are certain restaurants I've seen that they say that they have an outdoor dining option, but they might not even be open. Or for particular virtual events, what are virtual events that are happening? So someone who just wants to navigate what's going on out there, but doesn't necessarily have the time to be able to figure it all out would be our ideal client.
Okay.
So I think I remember from Edward talking about your kind of business model currently is just trying to get traffic on the platform, and then from later on, I think you're going to actually charge the businesses, right?
Yeah, so I think that there's kind of twofold that we're looking here. Kind of a very small fee just to get a little buy-in from the clients, but we're starting out where we would have an opportunity for people to sign up for our service. They get the first month free just so they can try it out, and then eventually, yes, being able to provide, it's almost like direct advertisement where these businesses don't necessarily have to pay anything on our site, but as we start getting bigger and bigger, we have an opportunity to monetize a little bit on that based on how many people we send their way. So almost like event impressions for individuals.
But the customers actually that use it, the end user in essence, they don't get paid anything. They don't charge anything, right?
So starting out, we're kind of playing around with a couple different business models. We're thinking about potentially making just like a small, say, $5.99 weekly charge for someone, just the cost of a latte for an individual, just to create some buy-in into the platform that they say, you know, yes, we're interested in what you're providing. And we also want to create partnerships with some of these businesses, and that $5.99 fee will be what will help us create those partnerships where you say, hey, okay, go to this particular business. You don't have to wait in line because of the fact that you're a Relay Play member. We've created these partnerships for you, so you've got head of the line privileges. Or hey, because you're a Relay Play member, you have some discounts at this restaurant that give you a specialty cocktail, the specialty Relay Play cocktail, those particular items.
So, but today, if like someone were to download the app today, would they have to pay anything?
Well, they wouldn't be able to download the app today, unfortunately. We should be ready. We're looking to be ready in about, I would say about 3 weeks is where we're almost there. We're finishing up and fine-tuning the last few things and probably run a little bit of a beta week. But after that, we should be ready for customers. But they should be able to sign up on our website on our waiting list. And you're right, they wouldn't have to pay anything to sign up.
I mean, that would probably be something I would think in your presentation, and just me is pushing, because I think it's a great platform, and then people are always kind of like, oh, well, it's going to cost me this or cost me that. And at least at this time right now, they can take advantage of it while it's still in kind of the beta test and the early stages of it, and have a free concierge that, I mean, who doesn't want a free concierge, you know? Like,
yeah, so. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll send over something where, well, you go to relayplay.com, you should be able to sign up, but we'll make sure that we can have that set up for everyone. Anyone who's listening right now can take advantage of that.
Perfect. Anything you want to throw out, Christine or Karen?
Oh, and then in addition to, it sounds like you want to partner with restaurants. Are there any other type of businesses that you're looking to partner with?
Yeah, and I just mentioned restaurants because they're more top of mind. But yeah, I mean, I think it's any business that is really looking to spread the word about what different events that they're putting on. Because I know, like I said, it's really difficult to navigate the space right now. So even if it's a yoga studio that's having a virtual event, or it's
The whole farmers market, Little Italy farmers market, like all those event providers, local to San Diego for now.
Yeah, I mean, even drive-in concerts, those types of events that are happening around town that people might not be aware of. I think that would be really powerful, just to show that there are things that are happening. Well, what are those things? And we want to pass those along.
Awesome. Okay.
I mean, this is not necessarily about your presentation, but I'd be really curious, is because you guys are interacting with so many different like farmers markets, restaurants, things like that. I mean, what's kind of the response you're getting with everything that's going on with like the closures and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, I think it's just the fact that it's difficult to find people. As from the business side, I think that they constantly hear that it's like, well, people didn't think that we were open, or people didn't think that we were having any events right now, or a lot of people also, which is a good thing, is a positive. People are doing a lot of outdoor experiences, which I think that they think that's the only thing that's happening right now, is to just go and do something outdoors instead of going to trying to find a different event, just because their assumption is that it's not happening. So I think that that's the big thing on the business side, is that hey, we're open. Come check us out.
Perfect.
Nice.
Well, thank you guys for presenting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fun. Thanks for having us.
Let's just jump in. So going off that question right now with Christine and Karen, how are you guys adapting basically to the new closures? I know for you, Karen, I mean, you have to be face to face for most of your client base. How's that? How are you adapting?
Actually, no, I don't need to be face to face because it's a virtual platform.
Oh, okay.
Everything's purchased online. We do have a solution tool on the website, which the dermatologists have developed. They use the same questions as they do in the office, so I don't need to do the consultation. They just go through the solution 2-minute quiz, and they figure out what they need to get to address their skin issues, and then all the products get delivered to their house. The problem is to find the client right now is I think during the COVID, when it was lockdown, it was actually better for me than it is now. Everyone seems to be more busy in the summer. To be honest, around the lockdown time, around, I don't know, March, April, May, my business actually doubled because people were at home. They were stuck at home, and then they couldn't buy anything. They were afraid to go out, and then they had this concept of like, I want to do self-care and take care of myself since I'm home, which really blossomed. I mean, it's nice, but right now everybody's super busy. Like summertime, for some reason, everybody's just out doing something else. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Christine?
With me, it's just based on, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like when people were quarantined and weren't leaving the house, then I was able to reach people more. But now it's just summertime and everyone's out at the beach or something, so it's a lot harder to get a hold of people. But yeah, it's just basically catching people when they're available.
I mean, it seems like the second shutdown, and we'll see how it pushes, is going to be harder than the first one. I mean, yes. I've talked to so many different people, and it's just they're almost like fed up with even the protection. If I get it with that kind of mindset, and it's it's gonna be very interesting to see how this kind of all plays out. But that's been with a lot of clients I'm talking to. People are getting more, for the most part, more okay with putting their property in the market, allowing showings, having face-to-face conversations, and things like that. So we'll see how that all goes forward. I mean, let's just jump into this, and we got like about 10 minutes left, but we can just kind of jump into, let's get kind of some positivity out there. So I know Ron and Edward, you guys are fairly new, but you probably have been coming over some massive hurdles, some highs, some clients, whatever it might be. Give us like a nice win that you've had over the last week or two.
Springboard.
Yeah. I think it's probably just coming to the very end of putting this platform together. It's something that we've been working on for quite a while. And I think with seeing the end in sight of kind of wrapping everything up and closing that loop is one of the big wins for us, where we're really excited about. We didn't foresee this pandemic, but I think because of that, it's given us an opportunity to really create even more power for what our platform can be. So while that is maybe a negative in regards, I think that we're going to come out of this and we're going to be a really powerful platform.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it gave us some quiet time to really focus and make our platform good. And then we know like eventually it's going to be over it. So there's definitely an end in sight. So looking forward to that has been a big positive for us.
Yeah, and just the fact that there's been such a disruption in what an event is, what an activity is, what an experience is, I think that it's going to be that much more powerful to not just allow a website to have lists upon lists of all the things that are maybe happening, and you have to sort through them yourself, but have somebody that can create a little bit more curation of, hey, this is what we know you're interested in, and here's some recommendations, and here's some validation from the businesses themselves that can tell us how to navigate that experience. Maybe when and where you got to wear your mask, how long they're open, how long the wait might be, those types of things.
Yeah, I would think you guys would be more powerful in this market right now, because I went out with my girlfriend the other day. We were driving around to try to find something that was open on like the street and the sidewalks, and like all these things were closed. So actually having someone like you that would be like, this place is open right here. You probably go to this place over here. It's open afterwards. Is even a stronger selling point now.
Yeah. And then I think usually people rely, on like Google Maps and just Google in general telling you if things are open for dining and things like that. But because of the rate, I wish things are changing. I don't think they're keeping up online with what's actually going on, right? So you need that insight.
Yeah. What about you, Karen?
I had a win. There was a girl that I knew. She has really bad acne, adult acne, and she finally tried it. And the thing that sold her was the 60-day money-back guarantee. So our products are safe and effective. And I said, well, what have you tried already? She goes, I've already seen 3 dermatologists, and I'm doomed because my entire family has acne, and I think I'm just going to have to live with this for the rest of my life. So within 2 weeks after the therapy, the products actually turned around her skin, and she's totally clear now, and she's never had this kind of confidence before. And she's in sales, and she says, I speak better and I approach clients better. I feel so much better about myself. So it just makes me really happy to see her confidence totally blossom now, because she was really sad. She was actually depressed about her acne. So that's one win that I had. Yeah.
For Legal Shield, it's been, you can't have employee benefits if the companies are closed and shut down. So now we're starting to see more companies actually calling us back regarding our employee benefits and offering our services to employees. So that's been a huge win the last couple of weeks.
I find my more wins are from like the people I help coach and things like that, and I just see there's so much like going on right now with the unknown of tomorrow and the next day. And when I see like one of the team member that's just really excited because they got a close that they didn't think they're going to get, or a client basically they stop following up with them. I talk to them to following up. They call them up. They go, you know what? I've been thinking about you. I want to work with you. And it's just like the small little things where you're doing all these activities on a daily basis and you're not seeing the results of it, but you get that one call saying, oh my gosh, the things I've been doing or the stuff I put online, it's actually keeping me on top of mind for that client. So I think that was a win when I saw that with one of my clients the other day. We'll just finish it off with a call to action so that basically how someone can get in contact with you, reach out to you. And also when we're said and done here, put your information in the comment section and they can reach out to you that way. But if there's a phone number, email, anything like that. Ron, Edward?
I think you unmuted me. Yes, you can get in contact with either myself or Edward, Ron Baldwin at relayplay.com. or Edward Amanov at relayplay.com, or
We'll
you
post it in the
can,
comments.
yep, or you can check out our website at relayplay.com.
Karen, there we go. Sorry.
Sorry. You can just email me at info@karenskincare.com, or you can just check out the website, karenskincare.com. Super easy.
Perfect. Christine?
Christine, Legal Shield. You can call me 619-992-8810.
And then, yeah, feel free to call me 858-345-7829. If you're looking to join our networking group, feel free to reach out to any of us. We do this every Tuesday at 7:30, and we go virtual. So thanks, everyone.